As a guy from Jersey, I can say this. Anytime you get benched in favor of a Rutgers quarterback, that's a bad day. But it was a very necessary thing for Bill O'Brien and the Houston Texans as they made Brock Osweiler, their very rich and very underwhelming young quarterback, ride the pine as they got back in this game, and it was the right call, turning to Tom Savage. And no respect to Tom Savage, it's just not a lot of great Rutgers quarterbacks out there, if you know what I'm saying. Tom Savage scored 10 points along with the offense, scored 10 points in the fourth quarter, completed the comeback, and beat the Jaguars. I mean, come on, when you're trying to fight out for the AFC South and you might lose to the Jaguars, who promptly right after the game fired their coach, well, then I guess it was the right decision. Brock Osweiler has not been the answer. When you've got Lamar Miller, who's a very, very good running back, you have an exceptional wide receiving target in DeAndre Hopkins and a very capable rookie in Will Fuller, and the 6th overall ranked defense on the other side of the ball, you should be doing better. But Brock Osweiler completing less than 60% of his passes so far this year, 14 touchdowns compared to 14 interceptions. It was time. And Bill O'Brien, who people have called a quarterback whisperer, it's been interesting ever since we knew that guy, Bob McNair, really wanted to sign Brock Osweiler, only to hear that Bill O'Brien said, yeah, I haven't really talked to him. You go give a guy $72 million, 35 of it guaranteed, and your head coach, who's the quarterback whisperer, has not spoken to the dude? I mean, this whole thing seemed weird, and I know Brock Osweiler looked really good in his spelling of Peyton Manning during Peyton's injury last year, but we started to realize that had more to do with Denver as a whole, their defense, and the weapons they had. But he has those exact same things down in Houston, so I don't really get it. I know sometimes teams feel financially obligated to go with somebody. Like, I remember at one point I bought a nice expensive pair of Ray-Bans, and I wore them everywhere. At night, when it was cloudy out, till a friend finally said, yeah, I know you like your new Ray-Bans. Put them away, all right, shades? And finally, I realized he was right. In this case, that's all Brock Osweiler is. He's a very overpaid backup quarterback at this point. Not that necessarily Tom Savage is by far the answer, but he's the better option right now. Hell, he got you back into the game, which kept you in the AFC South divisional race. So today, the best idea ever was benching the expensive kid you brought in and putting in the Rutgers QB. Who'd have thought?